But getting back to this game that I never left.
Pimping is the answer damn near to so much. P, so many of y'all answered. Y'all asked me these ABC 1, 2, 3 questions that y'all think they're just so out of the world. Motherfuckers be like, P, how do I get known in the game? How do I get accepted in the game? By doing some pimping. P, how do I get the to respect me? How do I get her to see me as a man? How do I get to see, her get to see me, as a pimp? By doing some pimping. P, how I sit up there, and get these things, man, like these got thieves and, they doing all type of shit, man. They got, the readers and, they sitting up there with the swipers and shit. How do I get on that level? By doing some pimping. P, how do I, man, this is fine ass, man, she thick as hell. She be looking at me all in the mall, man, and, we've been talking and shit like that, but how do I get to, impress her? How do I get to catch her, her eye? By doing some pimping. Why? Because when a doing some pimping, guess what? Squares even watch you. I'll give you an example. I was in New Orleans. And at that particular time, man, I was doing my thing. Sitting over there eating like a motherfucker. Eating gumbo, fish, because one of my favorite restaurants, around that bourbon is Daisy Dukes. So, this little, she getting ready to get married. I don't know, she's a square now. I ended up getting locked up, and that's how we kind of ended up separating. But before I ended up getting locked up, on that time, because I ended up going to Vegas, and I didn't even know that they had a case. I explain all that later. But the way that I knocked this broad and took her out of Daisy Dukes is because that was seeing me come up in Daisy Dukes every day, suited and booted, and she seen me with different hoes. Yeah, because at that time, I had a bitch in California. At that time, I had a bitch in Charlotte. At that motherfucking time, you had a bitch getting it up, in Chicago. And at that time, you understand me, I had a bitch in New Orleans. And I'm about to get a bitch out of Daisy Dukes. So, different bitches coming in and out of town. In and out. And sit up there, because I fellowship with this one, that one. And then I bring them all together. And when you fall into a restaurant, and I'm giving you some good game, man. You want to knock a good waitress. You want to knock that server. You like that little bartender. You like that to keep bringing you them drinks and that food. And she fine as hell, and she shouldn't be in that restaurant. All you got to do is, it's this shit that most ain't doing today. It's some pimping. Yeah, it's called some pimping, man. Yeah, it's called some pimping. So, okay. So, we sit up there, we sitting down, chopping it up. The see me coming in, suited and booted. She seen me come in with the white one day, seen me come in with the black the other day. Then, you understand me, seen me come in too deep this day. You understand me? Now she see me coming back. So she finally sat up there and said, after seeing me come in and out, suited and booted, and, I was sitting over there just eating good. Because that's when I wouldn't even be upset, to you guys if y'all said that New Orleans food was better than Chicago, even though it ain't. But if you said it, I'm not going to be mad. Why? Because the food of New Orleans is so motherfucking good. So, okay, I'm eating good fish, good gumbo, like a real fat pimp, good belly pimp is supposed to, you dig? And I'm sitting down, and she finally sit up there and she say, I'm just wondering, what do you do Like, I've seen you come in and out of here. You wear suits. You got different women, and they comfortable with knowing each other. Like, what is it that you do? And even if she say that she don't like pimps and she don't like the lifestyle, one thing about it, you know what I mean, these squares is fascinated, man, you know what I mean, with this lifestyle. You know what I mean? Don't you ever get it fucked up. You know what I mean? These squares is fascinated with this shit. You know what I mean? So, you might sit up there, you know what I mean, like I did. I said, well, you would have to really get to know me to know what I do. But if you are already as smart as you look, if your mind is as beautiful as your appearance, then you already know what I am. You know what I mean? If your motherfucking mind is, you know what I mean, compatible with this impeccable appearance that I'm looking at, you know what I mean, then you already know what I am. You just waiting on me to give you confirmation to the information that you already know, baby. But you know what I am. Stop playing. You know what I mean? You in New Orleans. You around this bourbon, man. You know what I am. So she just smiling from ear to ear. And the moment that I seen, them eyes, and I seen that smile, and I seen the way she was looking at my dimples and shit, you know what I mean? I was like, yeah, this is gonna be my next. This is gonna be my next show. I just need to keep coming up in here. Why? Because I'm putting pimping on display. And now she's sitting over there chopping it up, you know what I mean, with her little co-workers and all of that, and smiling and all of that. So finally one day, I never forget, it was a Tuesday. And I come in there, and she see me again, and make a long story short, we ended up chopping it up, and I sit up there, man. I told her, man, I want you. You shouldn't even be up in here. This little restaurant, man, is a waste of time. You know what I mean? I like the fact you're bringing me my food, baby, because this food is too good. You know what I mean? But I got some other food for you to bring me. You know what I mean? I like the fact that you're bringing me bread already. You know what I mean? But just like the Christians, baby, you know what I mean? I need my daily bread. You know what I mean? I need some bread, you know what I mean, that's different than this bread that you've been giving me. You know what I mean? There's some good bread for the nourishment, but I need some bread, you know what I mean, that come from the pavement. You know what I mean? That's what I need. And, she just smiling from ear to ear. She like, oh my God, you just got so much game. But I'm like, seriously though, you know what I mean? I want you, and I have to have you. You're just too pretty to be up in here, and we look too good to be together. And with that sexy ass New Orleans accent, because anybody that know me, I love women that's from New Orleans and Memphis. If you from Memphis and you from New Orleans, yes, I can't lie. That is my preference. I just love a southern ass, thick, fine, attractive woman. Yes, I do. So we end up sitting over there chopping it up. You know what I mean? Long story short, she said, yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I want to with you. I want to with you. I said, I know. And I've been wanting you to with me. So we smiling and, flirting with one another and all of that shit. You know what I mean? And exchange, information. And we ended up, chopping it up and kicking it, after she got off work. And really the rest was history. She told me she got her check, on Friday. You know what I mean? So, I can't leave that out. It's the small things that's big things. I didn't watch this peep game. I didn't ask her for the money. If my memory served me correct, I didn't ask her for the money. I was, but I didn't have to sit up there, you know what I mean, and ask for the money. You know why? Because she, offered it. You know what I mean? She sat up there, and offered it. She sat up there and offered the money. And she didn't have nothing but $100 and some dollars. You know what I mean? These guys sit up there and come out with these out of the world stories. She only had $100 and something dollars in cash, but she told me that her check is coming on Friday and she was going to give it to me. You know what I mean? So she sat up there, and gave me the little $100 and something dollars. But I just like, as my brother say, the smallest gestures speak the loudest volumes of character. Anybody that watch my brother Freeze, that's one of Freeze's favorite sayings. The smallest gestures speaks the loudest volumes about the character of an individual. And the fact that I didn't have to ask her and she just gave it on her own and told me that her check was going to be there on Friday. And, do you want me to quit or whatever? Yes, you are. Yes. Uh-huh. Yeah. You ready to fuck with some pimping. Yeah, you ready to fuck with some pimping. You ready to fuck with some pimping for real, for real. The fact that I didn't even have to ask you, you know what I mean? I like that.
I hope you guys live as long as you want and never want as long as you live, man. Y'all be blessed now.